The Haunted House by Vaibhavi Bhavsar, Class 5. Once upon a time, there was a village called Ratnapur. In the outskirts of the village, there was a haunted house. People said that whoever went inside the house never came back. One day, a boy called Raj came to the village to see his parents. By the time he reached the village, it was dark. He saw the house and decided to take shelter there. Little did he know it was a haunted house. He knocked on the door. The door opened. There was a boy who led him inside. He was a dark, strangely dressed boy. The house was as dark as night itself. It was creepy. Still, Raj went into the house worried about nothing. The boy showed him the room where he was going to sleep. At midnight, Raj got up to drink water. There was no water in the room, so he went to the kitchen to get water. He heard strange noises coming from the kitchen. Raj tiptoed to the kitchen window. There he saw a wizard. The wizard was cruel, dark, and old. He was muttering spells and making a potion. Raj stepped on something and fell down. The wizard heard the sound and came out of the kitchen and faced Raj. Raj was rooted on the spot. The wizard laughed cruelly and caught Raj with magic. He took him to the kitchen. In the kitchen was a big square mirror. It was as scary as a storm. Raj got pulled in the mirror. Inside the mirror, there was a different world. There were tall, straight trees and dead bodies hanging from them. Small brown monsters were advancing towards him. He ran as fast as a dog to a nearby tree and climbed it. But the monsters started cutting the tree. He fell off the tree with a bump. From the corner of his eye, he saw a tiny hole where light was coming through. He ran towards it and got caught by a monster. He fought the monster and somehow managed to get through the light. He landed in front of the haunted house. He was as scared as a mouse. He ran to his parents' house and never spoke about it.
Classroom Rules by Shikha Betkari from Class 7. In class, students sit with a sigh, wondering when they will say goodbye. The teacher talks and they try to stay awake, but their minds start to wander and their eyes start to ache. They doodle in their notebooks and pass notes to their friends and hope that the class soon comes to an end. They check the clock and watch the time tick by, wishing they could just spread their wings and fly. The teachers notice and give them a glare, but they are too busy daydreaming to even care. Finally, the bell rings and they jump from their seats, rushing to the door with their bags and their treats. They can't wait to go home and relax and forget about class and all of its hacks. But tomorrow, they will be back in the same place, trying to cope up and keep up with the pace.
Curse of Blindness by Lavanya Chaudhari, Grade 6. A long time ago, in the kingdom of Dreamland, lived a prince named Alan, who was extremely rude and arrogant. He would never respect others and would treat his servants and people who worked for him horribly. One day, when he was walking in his kingdom, a poor old woman asked him for food. He pushed her away from him and laughed. The woman was furious and she transformed herself into a fairy. She whipped her wand and uttered some magic words. Uttering the magic words, she disappeared. Alan was shocked. He realized that his eyesight had changed. He couldn't see colors anymore. All he could see was white and black. He started crying and ran to his father, the king. His father said, "You have been punished for your behavior. If you behave politely with others, then I'm sure your curse will be lifted." Alan realized his mistake and promised his father he wouldn't trouble anyone and would always be good to others. After some months, Alan met the same fairy again. She had been observing Alan's behavior and was very happy with the change in his behavior. She restored his eyesight, and now Alan could see colors again. He was happy and decided he would always be a good person.